10 simple ways to hugger your home without breaking the bank. If you want to create a cozy sanctuary that is also affordable and won't cost a fortune, stick around. This is the video for you. You see, hugger isn't about expensive decor or even perfection. It's about creating a warm, inviting space that allows you to recharge. In today's video, you'll learn how to make your space feel cozy using affordable decor items, the secret to incorporating hugger without perfectionism. This is great if you have pets or young children or both. How to embrace less is more for both your budget and your peace of mind. And as a special bonus, I'll also show you how to elevate your hugger game using items that you probably already have lying around. Now let's get into it. First, let's talk about lighting. Harsh overhead lighting is a definite no-no in hugger. If, like me, you do use overhead lights, you want them to be on a dimmer. This is extremely easy now these days with smart bulbs. Most apps that come with smart bulbs allow you to dim your lights either on demand or on a schedule. I have mine on a schedule and it creates a very warm, soft atmosphere, especially in the evening when it's most needed. Other than that, you want to look at ambient lighting. You want to layer your lighting sources through using candles and lamps and even spotlights to draw the eye's attention where you want it to focus. If you're worried about candles and pets or young children, LED candles are also a very safe alternative. They've come a long way. You'd be very surprised, and some of them are so realistic. I've linked some in my hugger storefront on Amazon, which I've linked below, so do check those out and see if they might meet your needs. I also love rechargeable movable lamps for their versatility and their convenience. They allow you to bring a spot of light where you may need it without committing to having an object permanently in that space. Perfect for smaller homes. Hugger is all about feeling comfortable and cozy, so don't shy away from blending textures in your home. I like to do this through pillows. I have here, as you can see, a linen, burlap, canvas kind of finish here. I also have a short wool. It's so soft. I love it. And these items don't have to cost an arm and a leg. You can shop them thrift. And you can also use hand-me-downs. I will show you here how I often use one of my mom's old vintage blankets as a slip cover for the couch. So stay tuned, I'll put that footage in here at this point so you can take a look at it. These are all ways that you can give your home that unique lived-in vibe that is inimitable. We like that. If you're like me, the pressures of modern life probably get to you on a regular basis. For me, that looks like caregiving, homemaking, and trying to squeeze in some work and self-care in there. So the idea of hugger definitely appealed to me. I used to find myself constantly scrolling on Pinterest and Instagram, and although I was very inspired by the images I saw, after a while comparison analysis started to sneak in, and I started to feel like I needed to have the perfect aesthetic. I needed to have the perfect adornments and decor, and that was unattainable for me. I live in the tropics. What am I going to do with a throw blanket? Most of the time, that's just not realistic. Especially when I also started to notice that some of my most treasured items are either handed down or thrift store vintage finds. And once I realized that, I really understood that aesthetics aside, hugger is not about perfectionism. It's not about an external visual. It's about what brings comfort and coziness and meaning to you in your own unique way, in your own unique environment. And once I realized that and I embraced it, it became so much easier for me to incorporate those principles into my life using what I already had. And you can't get more budget conscious than that. Candles are a cornerstone of hugger. You definitely don't want to be without them. I touched on them earlier in my lighting tip, but I want to dive deeper now. If you're sensitive to scent, opt for unscented candles if you just want the glow. However, if you love scent like me, go wild. However, I do recommend that you use candles that use the best essential oils, natural ones, of course. And you do want to avoid wire wicks. You want to focus on oils that, on candles rather, that are poured from soy wax or beeswax. Those will do the least harm to the air while they're burning. Scents that I recommend for a relaxation are vanilla, lavender, cinnamon, even linen scents. I love linen scents. Whichever scent you use, it's going to change the tone of the room. It's going to change your sense of energy and your sense of peacefulness. And that can be quite personal. So shop around, try different ones, and see how they resound with you, or resonate, rather. Now, if you have pets or small children, like I said earlier, you might want to opt for LED candles instead, to avoid, the risk of flames catching fire. If that's the case, you can still enjoy scents using aroma diffusers. And I've linked options in my Hygge storefront on Amazon, linked below. Bringing nature indoors is another wonderful way to incorporate Hygge. There's something about greenery that lowers our defenses and relaxes us, giving us peace of mind. If you have a green thumb, I'm sure you already have some. If you don't, however, stick to succulents and snake plants for now until you build your botany confidence, your horticultural confidence. Now, if you're like me and you don't have much natural light, trust me, I've tried plants. They can't last very long in here. You want to look towards quality faux greenery, as well as dried moss. I'm going to be trying out some dried moss balls and some faux succulents very soon, and when I do, I will share those with you. However, I have also linked some highly recommended ones, again, in my Hygge storefront on Amazon, that is linked below. So go and take a look at there if it's something that you think you're interested in. Soft rugs can make a world of a difference. They not only bring warmth underfoot, they also can really bring a room together. Look for budget-friendly options in neutral tones. They're the most versatile. And also be very clear about the textures that you want. You don't want anything too scratchy. So if it doesn't feel right the first time, just avoid it. You can find budget-friendly options at thrift stores. Yes, you can even find rugs at thrift stores. Or you can shop online, shop around, look around. Of course, I have linked a few down below. And don't be afraid to layer rugs as well. That can really create some added interest. Now, even though this list is comprised of 10 items, don't feel that you need to get every single one. Hygge and coziness and warmth in your decor is not about line items. In fact, often less is more. So really look around, see what it is that really resonates with you on this list, and try bringing in those items one at a time to see if you need anything more. And if not, if you feel to stop, then stop. This is about creating a space that works for you. One of the really budget-friendly aspects of Hygge is its embrace of imperfection, similar to the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi. So if you have loved worn items that are a little frayed, a little worn, a sentimental vase that has developed a crack, there's no reason to throw it out. Hygge is all about that lived-in, relaxed vibe, that cozy environment where imperfection is okay. In fact, it's wanted, it's needed, and it's embraced. The books aren't perfectly lined up on the bookcase. You have a stack that's slightly askew. Don't stress about it. This is your home, this is your life. These are the things that give your home character and make it uniquely yours. Another thing that makes your home uniquely yours is sentimental items. Whether it's something quirky handed down from a grandparent, photos of loved ones, keepsake boxes. These touches make your home your story, your values, and that's what we're all about here on this channel. So don't shy away from bringing in those items, even if they might seem to clash. What matters is that you love them, you embrace them, and that they're part of what you want the fabric of your home to tell. In addition to plants, you can also bring outdoor elements inside through the use of items like branches, twigs, pine cones, decorative stones and rocks. It might sound odd, but they make wonderful centerpieces and vase elements. So try that. Try bringing in some beautiful river stones, some seashells, some twigs, some branches of greenery, whether fresh or dried, and make arrangements throughout your home. You'll find that it adds a certain warmth and again adds a feeling of comfort and relaxation to your space. Every home has its unique nooks and crannies. Find a corner, whether it be in a living area or bedroom, or maybe even another room, a rec room, and see if you can make a cozy corner out of it. All you really need is a chair, a side table, a lamp, a candle, a throw blanket or some pillows. It's really a place that you can settle into, snuggle into, and read a good book, which is also an essential of Hygge. Decluttering is also an important element of Hygge. It's hard to feel relaxed and cozy when there's a lot of visual clutter, or when you can't find what you want when you need to use it, or when you're just afraid to step around without falling. So don't just be intentional about what you're bringing in, also be intentional about what you're going to let go of. Go through your spaces on a regular basis and see what you can let go of, whether through donation or just plain throwing away. You'll find that your space will always have breathing room to receive more when you do that, so that it becomes a living testimony to the way that you live and to who you are, because we're all ever evolving stories. So don't be afraid to declutter. It's an essential part of Hygge. So how can you get started today? How can you get started Hyggeing, if that's a word, your home without breaking the bank? I want you to pick one area. It can be a room, it can be a corner, it can be a shelf, it can be a tabletop or counter. And think about what you can do to make it Hygge. Maybe it needs a throw, maybe it needs decluttering, maybe a candle or a lamp would go there perfectly. Whatever you think that area needs, dedicate some time to doing that this week. And after that, pick one space a week to Hyggify. Yes, I'm just making Hygge verbs up now, okay? You'll find that after 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks, your home has a completely different feeling and vibe as a result of that effort. Let me know in the comments if you try this challenge and how it has made you feel, how it's evolving. I'd love to know. I do hope you found these tips helpful. And if you did, hit subscribe. Until next time, check out this video. The YouTube algorithm thinks it will be perfect for you, and there's only one way to find out.